upsets. People are still sort of establishing their pecking order in this game. I mean, the seeding would have assumed that this would have been Marlon up against Soul Rifle, but Soul Rifle didn't make it to the match against Squanto because Zach got that upset earlier. Squanto was able to shut that down, although Zach nearly also beat Squanto because that was a 2-1 as well. But now we are getting to see this Seed 1 versus Seed 9, first single-digit seed matchup that we've gotten to see.
Players of
Anybody in the chat know what that Yu-Gi-Oh card is? Because like I played Yu-Gi-Oh when we had like Yada locks. That's a Digimon as far as I'm concerned.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
I think so.
It looks
like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It looks like what a modern Yu-Gi-Oh card would be.
I'm only familiar with people running about. That's the only Yu-Gi-Oh card that I know off the top of my head. And Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Memento is
people running
the
about
archetype the card is from.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a Gurren Lagann mech. Like
I've never seen
it
Gurren
looks straight
Lagann.
out of a Studio Trigger. Oh, dude, it's great. It's a very good show.
That's a stream watch along right there. That's a hell of a time.
Yeah, you will be popping off for that show. Like, not even 100%. On camera. I was definitely, like, across my room screaming, yes! Get his ass!
Is it a pop-off show?
Pierce the heavens with your drill, folks. Pierce the heavens.
It is the pop-off show.
There it is.
Like, the show is built for that.
It's so sick. It's so sick.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yes, we're into it. Okay, Jules Fail, game 1. Marlon on the Raster, Squanto on the Ranno. What we've seen from him all night. And we're immediately starting off with Marlon looking solid on these edge guards, not letting Squanto get away with the tongue, pulling him onto the stage. Raster's going to get those punishes quick and easy.
He just punished Tongue Whiff from across the stage. Goodness gracious, Marlon is moving.
That jet stream is a hell of a drug, man. The speed that Raster gets there is something to behold.
Oh.
Doesn't quite sweet spot that, otherwise that's an easy stock. Gets a needle charge off of this. Uses the, yep, there's the bubble. Defensive option and offensive option for the Ranno there.
I love seeing how, I think that's one of the big differences I see from like good Ranno players and like the great Ranno players in the game right now. I love the attempt right there with the up B.
For those who don't know, that is the scraw. Or
the scraw! But I was gonna bring up on Ranno players is I think the ability to use the bubble defensively, I think is what right now is really setting apart the strong Ranno players and the strongest Ranno players.
Damn.
That being said, we haven't seen a whole lot of Raster lately, not super represented in the bracket tonight, but Marlon is showing why this character is still a threat to behold.
I mean, we saw that a lot too. I mean, just because it's a hard character. It's a strange character to wrap your head around. Like, you have all of these tilts and everything on the ground, all these great movement options, but you have to be airborne, which is not normally the case outside of, obviously, your puffs throughout, like, platform fighters. So, you know, it is kind of a work your head around, not only a new game, not only new mechanics, but, you know, a different way to approach the game. So, you know, people coming in with Rivals 1 experience for Raster are going to have a little bit of an easier time, but, I mean, this character goes.
Especially as you're mentioning with that slipstream on the ground,
Whoa.
The movement is certainly something to behold. Great combinations with the hit falls. I love that single hit up air hit fall into sort of your imagination on the platforms. And Squanto barely holding on because, again, those blast zones on Julesville, they are tall off the top.
We talked about a little bit some other sets, but these are two light characters too. This can really swing at any moment. They're both in death percent.
Oh, what's that with a recover there?
You weren't getting around Raster there. Definitely just going to hurdle into the bottom blast zone. Off the sides, the back air is not enough. Needed to be a little bit closer to the ledge.
I'm honestly surprised that back air didn't kill, but I mean, you finished the job. Just got to get down.
Slipstream running out was actually really huge for Squanto right there, giving him a massive way back into the game. And boy, that tongue, that definitely could have led to a good 40+%.
Oh yeah, Marlon jumping out there was genius, because otherwise you're taking a ton of damage, if not.
Oh,
now you're gonna
man. Dude, he always finds the closer. Every time Marlon does it.
This is definitely a kill confirm monster, I would say. That is a specialty that I think of when I think of Marlon is just not dropping easy kills. They will come. Whew,
All right.
okay. Game 2. I would almost think that you want a big stage here. I would think that you want some maneuverability as the Ranno
Squanto's
player.
a scrapper, bro. I'm putting money on Rockwall. I think we're scrapping. We're getting into it. I mean, they both want to kill early, so why not just expedite that a little bit?
That's fair. Rockwall's also a good movement stage for Ranno. Like, you can get around.
We haven't really seen a ton of mix. Oh, but just going straight back.
I've never been to Nova Scotia, so technically, it could be fake.
I think most people from Nova Scotia would also agree that it's not real, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Is Nova Scotia the one that's the furthest east, or is that Newfoundland?
Newfoundland's the furthest east. Nova Scotia is kind of in the middle.
Oh, that's right. I get those two mixed up.
Yeah, the game
Anything
audio
past this on Canadian geography, I'm done. Sorry.
for some
I know
reason
where Alberta is.
the game audio just decided to go very, very quiet for this game, so we'll have to just use our imaginations for this game before I restart it. But what it seems here, I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's out of nowhere.
Nice.
Okay. Ooh, good DI out.
Special pummel leading to some big damage right there. Marlon, I mean, just nutty on this stock.
I mean, what do you even do? I mean, when you have this sort of pressure, like you have Jetstream and Marlon is standing in center stage.
Oh
and
my
traffic.
god. Well, luckily, this game's almost over because Marlon is an android designed to play rivals, and that's what's going to happen here. This might just be a 3-stock to get into top 8. This is actually disgusting.
Little baby dash dancing too. I mean, just we're seeing tech displays as these combo competition goes on.
All right, push, push, hua, ria, sha, hua, caca. That's the best. That's the best I got. All right,
Yeah, that's pretty much.
ribbit. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Those are the animals.
Something
in the
like
script.
that.
Yeah, yeah. The nice part about this game is that it's just anim. Oh my.
That traded. That's gross.
There was
That
nothing
is
nice
gross.
about that.
You got shoryu'd and died from mid center stage.
Wake up, DP.
All right. Let me try resetting this game really quick so I get the audio back. But apart from that, it should be okay. So let's see what we got here. Okay.
While we're resetting, I love this piece of Rivals lore. When Ranno was first announced, it was designed to be this pacifist character, and Dan didn't know what a pacifist was, or maybe mixed it up. I can't remember the exact details of it, which is why it's this like poison-based character, because they thought like associated those poison and pacifism, and it was just like everyone someone point out later, it's like that's not how this works. That's not what the pacifist does, and he's just like, oh. Well, it's lore now. And I'm just like, yep, sure is, boss.
He will pacify you. That is true. You will be put down.
You will be pacified by force.
We will not be having altercations after this. It's funny that you say that